Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I apply my eyeshadow. Then I'm going to do another tutorial which will show you how I finish my look off with mascara, blusher and lipstick, and finally how I finish my hair off, otherwise this tutorial will be too long. Okay, first off, I'd been ill for several years, and when I went back to work I needed some new eyeshadows and I wasn't sure what to use or what to buy. So I went to eBay and bought Coastal Scents. Okay, this is 88 Warm Palette. You can see that. And the reason I like this is because it's got a lot of matte colours in it. As you can see, it's got quite a wide range of colours, and some of them have become my firm favourites. The other thing I did was I bought myself some fake MAC brushes, which have been perfectly fine for the job. And at Christmas time, I decided to treat myself to some really good brushes. And I bought these from Academy of Freelance Makeup. Okay, I got about 20 brushes, I think, I can't remember, and it was about £130. Unfortunately, my daughter has decided to borrow some of them, so I'm back to using some of my old brushes. I use two eyeshadow brushes, and they both came from Body Shop. Okay, one's for the lighter shades, one's for the darker shades. I still use one of my old fake MAC brushes, which is very small and slim, and that just does the corners of my eye and just underneath my lashes there for the fine work. And then I use this soft blender brush, which came from the Academy of Freelance Makeup, and it's worth buying a good one because it's soft, and when you rub it on your skin it doesn't scratch, it doesn't hurt, well, for me anyway. Okay, so it may be worth investing in a blending brush. Okay, first of all I'm going to apply some eyeliner. This is from Avon, Blackest Black, and it's called Glimmer Sticks. What you want to be careful is when you twist the bottom and it comes out, you don't twist it too far, because when you start to put pressure on it, it will just snap off and break. Okay, so you don't want it to come out too far. Okay, then apply the eyeliner from the corner of the eye and try not to drag the skin, and I know that's going to be quite difficult, so I tend to put my finger in the middle of my eyelid and try and hold it while I apply the eyeliner. Don't worry too much if it goes a bit wonky, because we will be applying black eyeshadow over it at the end anyway. Okay. I can't see particularly well, so I hope I'm doing a straight line. What this does actually is, because it's quite waxy, it helps set the eyeliner, so it does stay on all day. I have tried liquid eyeliners, but I've always come back to this one. Okay, right, then you get your small brush, and using black, this one here, you want to make a little triangle. Now you might think, oh, black, but actually when you use the blending brush, it's quite soft, it doesn't look too dark. You just want to make a little triangle like that. Don't worry if it's not perfect, because you'll be using the blending brush anyway. which will soften it. And then you want to go underneath about a third of the way under the eye. You might want to go all the way up to the corners of your eye, but I feel that's a little bit heavy for the office anyway. Okay, right, using your blending brush, very gently rub some of the black eyeshadow from the eyelid onto the actual socket area itself, so that when your eyes are open normally, there's just a little tease of colour there. Okay, and just gently rub the edge there, just to soften it in. You can bring it up a little bit higher, because you'll find when you apply the second colour, you can go over it. Okay, I'm now going to apply this grey colour. It's got a tiny bit of shimmer in it, and I'm going to apply it to the middle of my eye, just right above the iris itself. And this seems to be just about the only place you can get away with putting a small amount of shimmer on your eye. I've found, having developed wrinkles as I've got older, that shimmers and glittery eyeshadows in particular really don't do you any favours. Particularly for work, you just want a soft colour. You don't want anything that's going to highlight the fact that you've got wrinkles. Again, you just want to pat the eyeshadow on, otherwise you'll just be rubbing it off. Okay, and here you can just marry up with the darker bit that you've blended in earlier. Don't worry about going over your eyeliner here, because you will be going over that with the small brush with black eyeshadow at the end. Right, now I use my other eyeshadow brush, and I've got two favourites. One is this very pale grey, almost white, and one is this flesh colour. Depending on my mood, I think I'll use the very, very pale grey colour. Okay, and I just apply it to the corner of my eye. Again, pat it on, and then what I do, what's left on the brush, I just go over those slightly darkened areas of the eye, just to make you look a bit brighter and your dark areas won't be quite so obvious. And then I put some more eyeshadow on the brow, and then what's left on the brush, I just meet up these two areas. And again, same to the other side. This way, all three colours blend in nicely. And it's actually quite subtle. Okay, finally I just want to get that fine brush, and using the black again, you just want to go over the eyeliner. And then finish off by just going back to the corner of the eye and putting in a little bit of that triangle again. If you feel you've put too much on, just go back with your blending brush and just blend it in if you're not too happy with how the finished look is. Okay, I'll be back in a little while. I'll show you how to finish off using my mascara, blusher and lipstick. See you in a minute.